Today is a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it forever. You don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage. And when you think about it, the whole thing is kind of weird, right? You're standing on stage, looking fancy, holding flowers and being stared at by pretty much everybody you've known your whole life. Or your whole internet life. So why do we do it? The marriage ceremony has been an important feature across nearly every culture, religion, generation, and society. We have thousands of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but this one is regarded one so critical, we acknowledge its special status by sharing it with others. Why this moment? Because despite all our differences, love is what we share. It is the great unifier, our one universal truth. And no matter who we are, where we come from, what we believe, we know this one thing. Love is what we're doing right. That's why both of you are standing here today. That's why all of you are here to watch them stand up here. We have all loved in our lifetimes, and at this moment, we are reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of our humanity. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short, some are long, yet some are unwritten, while others are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all our stories that are sad or disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. Adventure? Armondo, Joanne, met on the internet. Who would ever thought two people could meet on the internet and be here today getting married? Little short story, how they met. Armondo is a broadcaster for a vaping show that teaches new vapors or smokers that haven't vaped yet what vaping is about, and entertains vapors that already vape, and we have great friendships there. Joanne come from Australia, come into the shows, and we started hanging out. They started hanging out, and somebody had a little glitter in her eye for somebody. And Mondo had that glitter back, and they started talking. And eventually that talking got a little more serious, to where they ended up meeting each other. You know, Joanne coming here to the States, and Mondo going to Australia, and Joanne coming back, and then they had a long process of the visa, because one day Mondo went out there and decided it was time to ask Joanne for her hand in marriage. So that brings us here today. A time to pause, a time to look back, a time to smile at all those moments that brought them here today. And time to look ahead at all the moments that are still to come. I'm here, we're all here. We hope with you to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your story. It's not one moment, not even this moment. It's every moment. Big ones like saying I love you, moving in together, getting engaged, but mostly a million little ones that come in between the big moments. Falling asleep next to one another, making dinner together, spending holidays with your family, binge watching Netflix shows, getting a big hug when you get home from work. These everyday moments fuse together into one big experience. And even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try to explain it. That's just the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt, not described. You fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. You both are choosing each other. You've chosen to be with someone who enhances you, who makes you think, makes you smile, and makes every day brighter. So today, we have some words about what love is, coming from some people who love you the most. You're about to make promises to each other that you intend to keep. You're going to take vows to take care of each other, to stand up for one another, and to find happiness in each other. There's a simple premise to each of these promises. You're vowing to be there. You're teaming up and saying to each other, every experience I am going to have, I want you to be part of. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, or even a teacher. For you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now, you shall say a few words that'll take you across the threshold of life, and things will never be quite the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
Joanne, I promise to encourage your compassion, because that what makes you unique and wonderful. I promise to nurture your dreams, because through them your soul shines. I promise to help shoulder our challenges, but there is nothing we cannot face if we stand together. I promise to be your partner in all things, not possessing you, but working with you as part of a whole. Lastly, I promise to you perfect love and perfect trust. For one lifetime with you could never be enough. This is my sacred vow to you, my equal in all things. On this day, I give you my heart, my promise that I will walk with you hand in hand, whatever our journey leads us, loving, learning, living together forever.
I, Joanne, take you in my hands to be my husband, knowing in my heart that you will be my constant friend, my faithful partner in life, and my one true love. Because of you, I laugh, I smile, I dare to dream again. I look forward to, with great joy, to spending the rest of my life with you. I will look with joy down the path of our tomorrows, knowing we will walk together side by side, hand in hand and heart to heart. I eagerly anticipate the chance to grow together, getting to know the man we will become, and falling in love with you a little more every day. My commitment is made in love, kept in faith, lived in hope, and eternally.
Will you, Armondo, take Joanne as your wife, to laugh with her, go on adventures with her, support her through life's moments, and be proud of her, grow old with her, and find new reasons to love her every day?
I will.
Will you, Joanne, take Armondo as your husband, to laugh with him, go on adventures with him, to support him throughout life's moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day? Will you, Armondo and Joanne, be each other's partners from this day forward? Will you bring out the best in one another, share your happiest moments together, and love each other absolutely for the rest of this lifetime and for whatever may come next? Will you, Joanne?
Will you, Joanne? Go ahead.
Be my home.
Be my lawful wife.
Will you, Armondo?
Will you, Armondo?
Be my home. You've chosen to wear these rings as a reminder of these promises. People often say wedding bands are a perfect circle with no beginning and no end, but these rings did have a beginning. The stones were formed a long time ago deep in the earth. Eventually, a series of lucky events caused them to rise to the surface, where someone dug them up. Metal was then liquefied in a furnace at 1,000 degrees, molded, cooled, and painstakingly polished. Something beautiful was made from raw elements. Love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings and through a combination of serendipity and effort, and perfect being shaped into something extraordinary. It's the process of making something beautiful where there was once nothing at all. As you look at these rings over the years, I hope that you remember you've created something invaluable. And just as I know you'll protect these rings, I'm confident you'll protect the commitments you've made to one another today. May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of need. May you look for one another to praise, often say, I love you, and take no notice of small faults. May you have happiness, and may you find it making one another happy. May you have love, and you may not find it loving one another. By the power invested in me in the great state of California and the Universal Life Church, I pronounce you husband and wife, Armondo, and kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Armondo Mendez.